Hey! Believe it or not, my intro is not, so I haven't done a vlog in a very long time, but that just happens to be how I introduce every video, so I haven't done a vlog in a very long time. So today, because I'm going to be trying to post this video on Monday, it might not come out on Monday, but I'm just basically doing an entire video about Final Space and Olin Rogers because I can. Final Space is on Monday nights, I think at 10 p.m. on TNT. I have it set to record and everything, but I've been watching it as TNT's posted the first 3 episodes on their website, so you can go and watch those. I'll post a link in the description. Okay, so Final Space, in a nutshell, is basically this guy, Gary, who just gets into a lot of trouble and ends up in a space prison, and he's the only one. It's solitary confinement kind of thing, and he's so lone that he's out of the ship doing one of his like routine maintenance things, and this green alien comes swooping in and like face hugs him. And he names the alien Mooncake, and he wants to keep it as a pet, and then it turns out that Mooncake is a destroyer of worlds and has so much more power than he realizes. But his loyalty is to Mooncake, and like as the story progresses, there's of course more drama and more space exploits and fun stuff. Basically, I'm recommending this show because Owen Rogers is a comic genius. He's been around on YouTube since I've been watching YouTube videos, so you either recognize him from Balloon Shop,
I kinda just enjoy.
or from his storytime videos, because let's face it,
It's a Monday.
Oh wow, I just realized that his show airs on Mondays. Olin, you're like full of Easter eggs without even realizing it, I think. Balloon Shop was the first thing I remember seeing him in, and it was him and a bunch of friends just doing stupid little sketches. Then he got his own channel and started doing story times, and then that turned into short films that I had no idea someone could achieve like that. And he puts 100% effort into everything he does. He's really funny and it just comes very naturally. So if you go and watch some of his older videos, when you watch Final Space, you'll get some references. There's Easter eggs in just the first couple episodes. Little things like Crap Attack. Crap Attack is on the little game in the corner that like there's a sweeping shot. He posted the initial animation for Final Space before it was Final Space, and it was Gary Space, I believe. And I'll post a link to that in the description because it's cool to check out because it's very similar, but it's changed so much as it became a television series. Olin's comedy is something that I'm going to keep talking about because it's just really clever and smart, and it always makes me smile. It's kind of a very innocent comedy. It's like a kid trying to curse you out but knows they can't say any swear words, so they have to like come up with the most creative way to tell you to screw off, and it's more than hilarious. It's just inspiring and kind of ingenious, like how he thinks of things on the spot, it seems. Something that not many comedians can do is be funny for all ages. Not many cartoon shows either are something that you can sit down and watch with your middle school brother and your adult father and not have anything in between be awkward or weird. One of the only shows I can think of like that is Bob's Burgers. So far in these first couple episodes, I've seen it just be very kind of innocent but smart. Olin has been trying to get into the entertainment industry through YouTube and even just in his own life, it seems, for a long time, and he's had a great passion for animated projects as well as comedies, and I just am always enamored with watching people achieve their goals in the end. So to see Olin Rogers on the TV being interviewed by Conan O'Brien, just like I personally was having a crap attack. I watch a lot of cartoons, and I have since I was a kid, and I always remember people telling me like you'll grow out of it, and I think our generation has taken cartoon and grown with it. I enjoy from Phineas and Ferb to Archer, those are very different shows. The only thing they have in common is they're both animated. Adult cartoons can be wittier and have more to say than a kid's cartoon can sometimes because of the limits of the censors, but if you're clever enough, I think the show can be even better if you don't say things. Currently, to compare Final Space to something is pretty tough, but I think it can be compared to Futurama and Rick and Morty. And yes, they're both like space science fiction shows, but Futurama had a very driven plot, so does Rick and Morty. But Rick and Morty has the clever, just impromptu of the show. Like, it feels like it's very thought up as it goes along, but at the same time it feels like it's been completely planned out. Not to mention the cast in this show, Final Space, is really great. David Tennant is playing the villain, and I didn't even recognize his voice. He's such a fantastic actor. And then Caleb from Stranger Things, he's playing younger Gary, and I'm looking forward to that. Stephen Yeun is on the show. It's got just a plethora of voices, so if you want to just support the actors, like, you can go and watch it. Basically, all around, I really am enjoying Final Space, and I can't wait for tonight's episode. I think it's kind of pushing things in a new direction for animation. I think it's actually making animation and cartoons acceptable for adults to watch. If you think back, Family Guy was inspired by the Flintstones, and the Flintstones was an adult cartoon back in the day. And that's kind of the baseline. Like, that's the standard. You want to be just good television like that. You want to just be engaging with your audience, even if you are setting something in a very far off place. You want them to be able to, like, be attached to it, and really, you want to know more. Like, you want to actually see what happens. And so far, I'm loving the show, which is segueing me now into my recommended. I'm gonna recommend you guys go and watch Olin's Lion Blaze videos because they're hilarious. I'll put a link in the description below. If you don't watch those and you want to watch some other cartoons, I highly recommend Final Space, but that's been the whole video, is go watch Final Space and support it. But I'll also encourage you to go and watch Rick and Morty, as well as Bob's Burgers. Yeah, I think that's everything, pretty much. Lions Blaze, blah, 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 blah.